Hi friends. Right, I've never had a tomahawk steak before in my life and it's something I've always wanted to try. A tomahawk steak is basically a ribeye steak that's still attached to the bone and it looks a bit like a hatchet tomahawk. Being a tight-arsed Yorkshireman, I don't want to spend like 40 quid or whatever it is to buy one, so I thought I'd buy a joint of beef. Show this beef. What I've decided to do is make my own tomahawk steak. So I've bought myself a 5-rib prime standing roast of beef. If you look at it there, that is basically the ribeye that you would buy as normal ribeye steak. The only difference is it's still attached to all of the bone. With a proper tomahawk, you'd have a lot longer bone. That's the only thing I'm going to say that's going to be different on this. But I think it's still going to work. I'm not bothered. You know, as I said, you can be looking at astronomical prices on buying a tomahawk steak that's pre-butchered. Ribeye steak itself is £21 a kilogram in Britain, and this cost me £7 a kilo. So I think we're on a winner no matter what. So what I'm going to do, I'm only going to make 2 tomahawks, enough messing about. I'm going to keep these 3 for a standing roast joint that I'll cook another day. I'm going to turn these 2 into ribeye, into tomahawks. So let's get in. All you need is a good sharp knife. I've never done this before, friends, which will probably be quite apparent as I go. Good sharp knife. There, right, we're about through the meat jack.
Awesome.
And a clean hacksaw. Right, I want to get in here like this and cut through the bone. We might just pause this as I go. Let's toss it to its end and cut through it that way. Look at that, that's going to work. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I should have been a butcher. What do you think, son?
Yeah.
About there. Line it through there. Okay. Wow. This bit's the chine bone. It's quite a tough bone. Big solid piece. There we go. Wow. Right, so this piece, as I say, I'm going to keep for a nice roast, which we'll do another video on that another day, because nothing likes at the table like a beautiful piece of prime rib. So that goes to one side. Now let's look at this. Right, so here we've got the 2 ribs. So I'm going to remove the chine by cutting about there. Right, I'll cut through on an angle like that. Because we want to keep the ribs obviously attached to the meat. Through, you can feel it. So now we want to remove this bottom piece. Are we through? Do you think we're through, son, or not?
Nearly.
Give it a little bit more. There we are through, 100%. Right, so now I'm going to get the knife and I'm going to follow this down with the blade. Yeah, nice. I might keep that to do something with, but we'll have that. Right, so, gosh, this is a different video for us, isn't it? Real butchering. So that's done. So now all we need to do is cut these into 2, because we're making 2. Now I think one of these steaks is going to be big enough for me and the boys to enjoy. The other one will go in the freezer for another day. Oh man, look at that. How long's it taken? I'm not, obviously we don't edit, but let's be right. For the amount of time it's just taken me to do that at £7 a kilo, as opposed to maybe 40 quid to buy one. Ah, goodness, right. We'll just do one on camera. This is the one we're going to eat. So, let's think about it. There you've got the ribeye. I'm going to cut this piece of meat off and dress the bone so it's sort of French trimmed. It wants to really be about there. And we'll keep that meat anyway because it'll be beautiful meat. Now we'll just press up the bone. Beautiful. Nice. What do you think, Jack?
Awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
It will be. I'll tell you what, I've always wanted to eat one of these, but I've never wanted to pay the money for it. If you buy them in a restaurant, they can cost as much as, I think in America they're like $80 to $100.
Oh wow.
But look at that piece of meat. Right, friends, what I'm going to do, just to keep it a bit shorter, I'm just going to scrape this bone back, maybe just do a little bit more trimming off camera, and then we'll slap it on the grill. We'll see you in a minute or two. Right friends, so here we have this finished tomahawk steak. All I've done, I've trimmed off a few more excess bits, which I've got here. I'm going to cook them down later, scrape back the bone. That is looking really good. I'm just going to season it up now with a bit of salt, sea salt of course. You can put quite a lot on because it's such a big piece of meat, it's not going to really hurt it. And then I'm going to also put a load of black pepper on. There we go, that's better. Look at that. Oh yes, look at that. That is going to taste so good. What do you think, kid?
Awesome.
Awesome, he says. Bit of black pepper all over it. Get all the sides done. Beautiful. There we go. Right, let's go slap it on the grill. Just pop my shoes on. Oh yeah, hiya friends. The mayonnaise fairy's been, again, hiya Rock Uncle and his family. Rock sent me another care package full of Duke's mayo, the best mayo on the planet. The artwork was handmade by Veronica, which is just incredible in my opinion. We've got another load of other beautiful, beautiful goodies, some Sweet Baby Rays. But this blanket, my goodness, look at the blanket. Show them the blanket, kid. That blanket was handmade by Leanne for us. And Jack, what do you think of that blanket?
Awesome.
We can't get it off, Jack. Anyway, thank you, brother and sisters. Right, let's get this steak on. Right, we've set the grill up. We're set up for indirect cooking. So what we're going to do, we're just going to slap this bad boy on. About 2 minutes, we'll do it for about 3 minutes each side on a hard sear, and then I'm going to put it in direct and cook it up to about 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, what we'll do, after maybe a minute and a half, I'll just twist it so we try and get a crosshatch on it. But we'll go with it. We'll press stop now. We'll have a look in a second. Right friends, so we've had about 3 minutes either side. You can see we've got this nice crisscross pattern going on. I'm just going to take it off the heat now and cook it for maybe about 20-30 minutes. I'm going to use my probe intermittently because I'm looking for an internal temperature of about 125 degrees Fahrenheit, which should be nice and rare. We'll have a look at it in a bit, friends. Bye-bye. Right friends, look at this beautiful piece of steak. We've left it on just a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I don't think it's going to hurt it. 127, 128. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be bad. We're about 130, so it's going to be still good medium rare beef. We'll take it off now. We're going to rest it for about 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes, and then we'll slice her up and we will munch this beef. Right, friends, and here we have it. This beautiful piece of beef, my goodness. Let's slice it. Do we want it just sliced up on our plates?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that beautiful piece of meat. Look at it. Oh man. Seriously, I reckon that this is about a fifth of the cost of a tomahawk steak if you were to buy it from a butcher's shop. Look at that beautiful. Shall I have a taste?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It smells amazing. You can see the moisture going on in it. It is such a beautiful, tasty piece of beef. Friends, we're gonna dress up the plate. We're gonna we're gonna bang some beef onto the plate. We're gonna have a nice time eating this food. Friends, if you're like me, you're tight as, you don't want to buy a tomahawk steak from a butcher's that's, I've never done it before and I've just knocked one out, just like that. Simple, I just knocked one out. Anybody who speaks proper English, do you have that? I'm not getting into that one. Knocking one out. Anyway, I've just knocked one out. Let's all knock one out together and we'll all have a nice time. I'd better go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, friends. I'm off. Bye-bye, friends. This is staying in the video. Bye, friends.